Hi everyone. We're hoping Kari will calm down a little. Now he's been playing hard. I have a column that I wrote back in September 1985, and it's apropos to what grandchildren and our daughter is going through right now. Unreliable Tooth Fairy. Mommy, the tooth fairy didn't take my tooth last night. I put it under my pillow just like you told me to. Russell was near tears. Our 5-year-old had gotten up early, expecting to find a silver treasure tucked under his blonde head. For years, he had watched his older brother and sister as they exchanged their baby teeth with the tooth fairy for dimes, nickels, and quarters. Now his first tooth had finally wiggled loose, and that stupid, unreliable, overworked tooth fairy had missed it. Oh, I mean, I struggled to think of a suitable excuse for the oversight. The tooth fairy doesn't check every night for lost teeth. She probably was in another part of the state. Or maybe she was out of change. Ask Robbie and Becky. They'll tell you the tooth fairy doesn't always come the first night you put your tooth under your pillow. I held my breath as he considered my explanation. Oh, you think she might come tonight? He asked. Sure, she might be late, but she eventually shows up, I said as I rummaged through my purse for change. 3 pennies was all I found. Robbie, I called to our in-house banker, do you have change for $1? I have to buy a postage stamp. That night, Russell's tooth was back under his pillow. The tooth fairy had 2 shiny dimes ready in her pocket. She waited patiently until all the Manzke children were sound asleep and then started up the stairs. Since tooth fairies are flightless, the quiet needed to creep upstairs was next to impossible. First step, creak. Second step, groan. Third step, eek. The stair noise was bound to wake the 4 sleeping children, not to mention the neighbors, but luckily it had been a long day for the children. No one stirred until the tooth fairy reached her hand under Russell's pillow. As he rolled over, he actually touched the fairy. She held her breath. Would she be seen? Tooth fairies die if they are caught in the act. Would this be the last night the tooth fairy visited the Manzke house? Russell moaned in his sleep, but he didn't open his eyes. A quiet sigh. The tooth fairy would live to make another exchange. The next morning, Russell was up early again. Mommy, look, I got 2 pennies. Without glancing at his hand, I answered, those are dimes, dear. I'm going to show them to Daddy and wiggle my other loose tooth. That's nice, Russie, but maybe you better take it easy working on that second tooth out. I heard the tooth fairy's going away for a long vacation. And I know just recently a grandson wiggled out his first top teeth. It's corn season, so that's not good, but he is doing very well. And eventually, the tooth fairy did get to his house too. I hope you have a lovely day and a fine day to remember all those things back when they happened. Until next time.